Welcome back to the GSL Code S. We finished our first 2 matches, and they were fantastic. I should say our first 2 best of 3s. They were a real treat to cast, a real treat to watch. And I think our next match is going to be even better here. SOS against Soulkey. This is really the pinnacle of a PvZ nowadays.
It truly is. SOS, without a doubt, one of the best Protoss in the world, and Soulkey, without a doubt, one of the very, very best Zergs, maybe the best. So, going to be a fantastic match.
I'd say Soulkey overall is a little bit more solid when it comes to the late game and the handling of that, but SOS is a very tricky player.
Yeah, like, this is the type of player, like, Soulkey is so damn smart. That's when SOS becomes even more powerful, because he can mind game you in ways that you didn't even know.
He'll be using tricks that would probably work against the top 20 Zergs in the world.
Yeah, stuff like that. You know, he might even have, like, levels above that where it's like, well, this trick will only work on the best, smartest Zerg.
Yeah. Our first map is going to be King Sejong Station. SOS here against Soulkey. What exactly is SOS going to do? I feel like Soulkey is going to play a pretty vanilla Zerg game. I think he's just going to macro, get as many reads as possible. SOS is somebody who has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. If this is Transformers, he's going to be a Decepticon. There you go.
Well, if this is Transformers, Soulkey's going to be Starscreech and get some mutas and fly him in and kill the probes.
Oh, it looks like our game's already loaded up.
Someone's like, it's Starscream, not Starscreech. I don't remember, guys. I'm sorry. It's been a long time.
Is it Starscream, not Starscreech?
Yeah. That's why, I said Starscreech, though. Anyways,
okay.
Here we go.
Anyways, our map is now loaded up here. The winner of this best of 3 moves on to the round of 16 in today's group here in the GSL Code S. Over here in the upper left, we have our tricky Protoss player. He is
GSL Green Wings SOS, Kim Yoo-jin.
And our Zerg solid as steel. He is
SK Telecom T1 Soulkey, Kim Min-chul.
Gonna be a fun one. Let's see what these guys are up to.
Rectangle coincidence. Got some Soulkey support here.
What? Wait.
That was mind gaming like SOS.
So that's a rectangle, right?
See, you've already been tricked by this build.
Okay, so hold on. Let's go over what that sign. So there was a rectangle, and he had another rectangle next to it, and that was a coincidence. Didn't he draw both the rectangles onto that? I think this is some shady math by that guy in the audience. I don't think that there's any real coincidence here. I think this is a fabrication. Like, oh, whoa, that's a weird natural, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's not natural. That's a regular.
Well, it's not
base.
actually a natural. That's what makes it look so weird, Artosis.
So,
Kind of like those rectangles we saw.
One did not really look very rectangularly. Kind of, they all had roundish edges.
All squares are rectangles, Artosis, but not all rectangles are squares.
Whoa. All right, well, he's going to scout this pool. I have no comeback to this, Tasteless. You're just too smart. Hey, Tasteless.
What?
What's the capital of Thailand?
That's Bangkok. Ow! Asshole! Ow!
Oh!
I've just been nad-tapped in my first cast in 10 years.
Oh, man.
I guess I can't dispute that. I just went back to high school gym, man.
Oh. I feel like I've already won today. I'm going to the round of 16.
Ow. I gotta talk to my counselor about this now. I gotta get moved to a different class.
Now look at this. He had to send a lot of drones to stop this this possible cannoning.
We could also say it was transferring a lot of drones since it just
well, that's what it turned into, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to send them back.
No.
That'd be kind of dumb.
My nads still hurt from that tap. That was rough.
Yeah, well, hey. You got to be careful when I ask you something.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, what's the capital of Cambodia, Tasteless?
I'm like Phnom Penh. I'm just grabbing my balls.
Like, yeah, no, that's right.
Phnom Penh, right?
Yeah, we went there together. It was fun.
We did. It was a lot of fun.
All right, so
we're gonna come to work.
All right.
So what's going on now?
Nothing. the core has just started, so we have to wait a little bit and see what he's up to. For Soulkey, I do believe we'll just see that third base in a second here.
Yeah, he's got the 300 banked up. There it is.
Yeah. So pretty standard, other than the very quick expand down there. But the thing is, SOS is so good at cannon rushes and so likely to make a forage and go across the map, especially with the current metagame, that it was smart of Soulkey to go over there. It was that was the first real mind game that we saw this game, and it worked out really well for Soulkey.
Yeah.
Because he was able to go hatch first without anything really hurting, other than having to transfer his drones.
Oh, some Soulkey support. That's a hard thing to hide your face behind a small phone.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Next, I'm hiding my face behind a card.
Behind a rectangle.
Yeah. Which is
and then
not
I'll hide my face behind a rectangle and be like, coincidence? All right, Stargate on the way here for SOS.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit here. We got to see what he makes out of the Stargate. It could be an Oracle. It could be just Phoenixes. And, of course, we want to see when exactly does he try to take his third base here. It's going to be the Oracle.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. SOS is definitely someone that loves his Void Rays in the matchup. And if you want to go Void Rays, opening with Phoenix isn't as good as opening with Oracle, really. The Oracle is the one that can get some damage on and transition into the Void Rays a little bit more cleanly. So I do think he's going to go for Void Ray tech. But is he going to do it with Colossus, or is he going to do it with Sky Toss? We'll see in a moment.
That is the question.
We'll see on the next episode of GSL Code S.
It's like, to be continued. It's like, previously on GSL Code S. He's like, well, he's making an Oracle.
Is he going to go for the Void Rays only? Or will he mix it in with the Colossus?
And it goes da-da-da-da, and our GSL intro starts up for episode 8.
And it shows action scenes of us.
Yeah.
All right, well, that...
Artos is trying to cook Pop-Tarts or something. They're catching on fire. Like...
Oh, man. Taste
is wearing socks that don't match, and then it just cuts right into...
Then both of us in a car that rolls over, but we get out alive.
We both dive out of a car that goes off a cliff. Like
something like that.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good intro. So he's going into his Sky Toss. He's really good at this
I'd expect no less of SOS. He's not... There's always going to be a component of his playstyle that's not ordinary. That's not orthodox.
Yeah, it's not as popular to go for a build like this, but these builds are very, very strong. We'll probably see some additional sentries pop out of him, and some zealots, and maybe go into charge rather quickly as well. But overall, he's really good at just holding areas with the Sky Toss Void Ray type of play.
I do wonder, though, with this kind of play, can the Zerg hold the fourth easier, or is it going to be tougher? I mean, with the way this map is shaped, you can actually run around a lot with the air army.
That's true. That is true.
Also, you can catch the Zerg just completely off guard if you hide the other two gateways that are, or Stargates, that are producing. Oh, that was close.
I think Soulkey basically knows what's going on here already. Okay. He's actually even getting his Hydralisk speed once right away, and because he's getting that so quickly and starting to push his creep out a little bit, I believe that there's going to be no problem in holding his fourth base. So we're just going to have to see what tech he wants to go to. Does he want to go up into Infestors?
Oh, force field that!
Ooh, very nicely done.
Ninja.
But, does he want to go into Infestors to try to kill off Void Rays? Does he want to go into Vipers to try to pull those Void Rays in? Hopefully he doesn't want to go into Corruptors. We sometimes see Zergs choose that. That's always wrong.
No, that is a mistake. Okay, so the Void Rays are coming out now. 3 more about to be warped in.
Looks like he's getting that Spire. But maybe when he sees how many Void Rays are out, I don't think he's really going to go for Corruptors. But a switch into Mutas can be nice. Void Rays are a little bit slow. They're not as good against Mutas.
The drones have been transferred. The Hiders are coming up over here.
And that's why you got the speed right here, is to stop this. Because a move like this, if you kill the fourth with those Void Rays, you're going to win almost every time when your SOS is level. So Void Rays kind of held off here by those speed Hydras.
And so the game's going to go on.
Yeah.
It looks like for now Protoss is sticking with the Protoss area. I mean, he's continuing to make the Void Rays. He's upgrading the air attack. And now he's starting to supplement that with a ground army, so that can balance out a little bit better. You can't just stick with the Void Rays.
No,
permanently. I mean, the solution for the Zerg is just very straightforward to make more Hydras.
Indeed. You know, Hydras plus a couple fungal growths and maybe even Queens mixed in.
Whoa, okay, now this is a little bit too greedy. That's not going to work. I mean, I don't blame him for trying. He can always recall back with the Mothership Core, but
he didn't see where those Hydras were, so you may as well try. If he's out of position even a little bit, those Voiders will kill it really fast.
Oh, this is cute.
Yeah.
The Hydras can't really all work together in those spots, so that's a good way to just do some damage. And of course, if he even gets rid of the gases, that hurts a lot, because this is where Zerg really wants to start utilizing that gas. I mean, massive amounts of gas coming in. As you can see, he's actually banked up a lot for the Mutas, or Mutt-Mutts, as Ro32 likes to call them.
Yeah, I like to call them Mutt-Mutts. You know, we have that charge about to finish, so definitely going to be some Zealots coming in pretty quickly here. Also getting his Robo so he can get up into Colossus Tech, and of course any Observers he may need. You know, pretty standard as far as this actual build goes.
This is not good. You know, he really missed micro there. But with the Void Rays coming in from the top here, he's okay. Now, he doesn't have a Mothership Core, so he has to remake that ASAP. Because you need a Mothership Core of that army so you can recall it back. If you lose that, I mean, you've lost so much of what you've invested in this entire time. And now with the Zealots, looks like attacking the rocks over here, he may have his opponent just a little bit too spread out. The answer, of course, is to keep the Hydras over here and try to defend from there. Damn, that does a lot of damage fast.
Yes, it certainly does.
Beams. Laser beams, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, there's like 18 Mutas popping out right now, so he is going to be able to go over and take those out. But these Zealots doing just a perfect attack at the same time, because obviously these have to be dealt with, and here the Mutas come to do so. But that means these Zealots going to get into the natural base.
You know, having that Mothership Core would have made a big difference. He could have recalled back, and
if he could have killed that hatch and recalled back, that would have been like game.
Yeah.
But he loses all those Void Rays. How much damage do these Zealots actually end up getting done?
Well, they're getting a lot of drones. I mean, the Mutas, or Mutt-Mutts, as Ro32 likes to call them, are coming up now and trying to wipe out the rest of the Zealots. But the Zealots are pretty spread out. He really needs to either target down that hatch or target down the Lings, or target down the Spire, excuse me, or target down the Lings.
Looks like he's trying to get a little bit of everything here, which is going to allow that Spire to live. But the Lings would have killed him pretty quickly, so I like that he's killed off as many Lings as possible. You know, the thing is, he has 3 Stargates. With three Stargates?
Yeah.
Look at how many Phoenixes he already has. He has 6, 3 more on the way. He's going to be able to hold these off very easily. He's getting the Fleet Beacon so that he can get range, and then he can start microing against Corruptors as well.
SOS playing absolutely beautifully. It's now 3 hatches to 3 Nexuses.
I mean,
and the worker count's actually, excuse me, a little bit ahead here for the drones, but they're not being able to, well, now it's going to change pretty quickly when these drones die. He is really punishing the Zerg army. I mean, Mutas are very fast units, but kind of like even carriers in the very old Brood War days, they can't quite be everywhere at once. You don't split up the Mutas and have them go attack everywhere, because then they don't do damage to anything quickly. They're only strong when they're in large numbers, and you can already see here.
He's just tearing them apart everywhere.
SOS is tearing him a new one.
This is crazy.
I mean, this is a total beatdown here, and meanwhile he's
like the Octotoss right now. He's absolutely everywhere.
He is the Octotoss. That's actually a really good way to describe it.
Well, he's got, look at this, his Zealots, he's got pylons in multiple locations. I think he has 3 pylons on the map, and he's just warping in Zealots everywhere, sending them all over the place. And then the Phoenixes are causing huge amounts of damage as well. It's like so gross how well SOS is doing this. If you look at the actual unit tab, it's hilarious. He has 1 sentry at home and 1 Mothership Core. That's all of his defense, because he has so much offense going on right now, and he's warping so many Zealots, he can't build an army at home.
Well,
look at how many Phoenixes he has.
That was sick.
Well, he has so many right now, he couldn't even lift up the hatchery if it was made.
Like, no, he couldn't. No, Ro32, excuse me, I got to email. I need to email Gom about that one. That is not accurate game analysis.
Ro32 doesn't even know. He doesn't even play the game.
You don't even play the game. That's why you can't lift the hatches up.
All right, well, these Phoenixes...
I'm losing my mind! This is, you know, okay, now Zerg does have a good supply, so let's give him credit
this
there.
Is not over.
But he needs to have more bases, because Zerg can't operate off of this low bases. Plus, the number of Phoenixes now, Mutas are going to have a very difficult time engaging, as highlighted right there.
Yeah, he's got to fly back, over cannons and whatnot to make sure that these Corruptors don't just kill him. But that's a lot of Hydras. And the Hydras' support underneath this is what's going to make this really, really difficult. You know what? He has 2 Colossus. The thing is, he doesn't have Colossus range yet, does he? That's actually kind of a big deal.
Is he actually just... There's not enough ground? Is this... Okay, I actually wasn't quite clear. I'm like, is that actually enough hiders? It looks like it.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's going to push him back for now, but I think SOS is going to be fine. He's going to have 2 more Colossus pop out, and the thing is, once range is done, he should be all right. He's got 4 avoids, so like these...
Air Colossus combo is pretty scary. I mean,
yeah.
It's
really only Vipers are scary against something like this.
Yeah, and that's only because you can pick out the smaller units. But Soulkey's actually sending a lot more. Artosis...
Well, no, he's doing a great job of pushing forward here, that's for sure. But the Colossus here, they are staying alive, I believe, right? He did kill that one at the bottom.
And these Corruptors can actually just target it down. Watch, bam.
Yeah, and, this is, wow, he might be able
one
to
of
kill
these
him.
games? Oh my God, will that just happen?
Really well done by Soulkey. You know, he really needed to get something done
Basically, it's like when you're watching the hero get beaten up.
Yeah.
It was like Rocky or something.
Yeah, he got beaten up
non-stop.
was
like, Adrian! And just came back.
You know what? It's like one of those cheesy kung fu movies where the fast guy like hits the slower guy like 1,000 times and he's getting all beaten up, as you say, like in Rocky, and then he has one big punch left in him, Tasis. You know what happened is he pushed him back for a moment, and his coach came out and wiped the blood off his brow, and he came out with a big one too.
Rock.
Get back in there, Soulkey.
Get back in there, Soulkey. I think, although correction, I think it's normally the the fast little guy that's getting beaten up by the big Ophi guy, and then in one quick like disemboweling move, the fast quick guy wins the fight. That's how the kung fu movies go.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Tasteless.
I'm glad you were here to apologize to me and the rest of our viewers.
I'm
about
sorry,
that
everyone. I've never been so embarrassed. Oh, you know what the problem is? This is the thing. Kung Fu movies I always watch in reverse.
Oh, that's the mistake then, yeah.
Okay, I see. Oh, you're a normal Kung Fu movie watcher.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the mistake.
You don't even know what it is to have fun.
No,
you just conform to what society tells you to do.
Have you seen Drunken Master, by the way? With Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
That is so good.
I love Jackie Chan.
I'm suddenly remembering that movie, and I got to watch it again.
Hold on. I love older Jackie Chan movies. The new sellout ones are not as good.
But Artosis Karate Kid, the new one with Bruce Willis' son, was a work of art.
That's Will Smith's son.
What did I say, son?
Bruce Willis.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm like, no, Ashton Kutcher was not in that.
Different Will there. Different guy with a Will name. All right, let's go to game number 2 here, which should be better than the new Karate Kid movie here.